Hi, Simeon. Thank you for joining me in this podcast, and really it's really good to have you on my first podcast. Uh, so, um, so I want to invite you, as you know, you have been working in the sales and in the AI field from a long term, and you have also built the Optoreach, which is an AI sales automation platform. And I want to know about this, and my I want my audience to know more about this your platform and how you've been doing in the industry, and how we can what would be the future of sales, what would be the future of AI. And first of all, thank you so much for joining this, and you can start introducing yourself and what is exactly the Optoreach is.
Sure, Daniel. So first, thank you for the invitation. This is one of the first invitations for interviews for our platform, which is good. So just to introduce myself, my name is Simeon, and I'm the founder of Optoreach. So the journey with Optoreach came up, let's say, last year. So I was doing many other SaaS products in sports, in finance, but I was really stuck in with the marketing stuff. So because I'm a developer, I really figure out some ways with automation and social media just to do a better outreach and lead generation for my already created SaaS products. When I created all those stuff and automation, I just figure out why not create specific product and just help others with the same situation, and just create a valuable product of that. So according to that, little by little, it started to figure out ways to create a platform like Optorich. And my first initial thoughts was, okay, if we are doing this, we're gonna do it 100%, not like try, just to make, just to create another outreach or lead generation tool. We wanted to be like number one, to be the best. And my first initial thoughts is like just to search the market, what is already available. So when I started researching, I saw that all the tools are mainly for one platform. For example, there's a LinkedIn automation tool, there is a Reddit automation tool, X automation tool, and it's very separated. There was little, uh, there were very few tools that are doing multi-channel lead generation and outreach.
Ian, I have a question regarding that. So, don't you think the Lemlist already been doing this sort of stuff before that, before you set into the market?
No, that's why I said few, because Lemlist is doing only email and LinkedIn, but it's not doing Reddit, it's not doing X, it's not doing GitHub, it's not doing Stack Overflow. So my main focus was, okay, the most thing that the tools are doing are LinkedIn and email. That's like the peak of the multi-channel. But what if, for example, we get the X profile of the target and we wanted to reach out to his X profile? So that was not existed in the market. So we wanted to target that feature and service. Another thing is that everything. So we also cover. We are we are more focused on the outreach side than in the lead generation side, because, for example, there are a lot of integrations, and also with cloud, there are a lot of ways just to get leads. But the whole point is how we can automate the outreach. So yeah, our main focus was to do multi-channel and also to be mainly focused on the outreach side, because the other stuff like lead generation, mainly you can do it with Claude, with tools that you can create, but the automation and the outreach part are very very complicated, and that's what we are trying to solve.
Okay, so Simeon, I have a like lot of questions regarding that. So first, we can talk about the Reddit stuff. So uh, you know that the people is who is working in the B2B, they use the Reddit. They use the Reddit to do the posting and introduce the SaaS product in the market. Reddit has a no doubt Reddit has a quite good market for if you want to market your SaaS product, if you want to market your any sort of B2C product, what sort of like startup you have been doing, any sort of agency has been doing. Uh, so why do you think that we can automate the stuff on the Reddit? Although you know the Reddit has like quite of restrictions, you get banned easily on the Reddit to do this sort of automations. So don't you think that if you we are like telling the sales guys or the people who are working in the sales to find the opportunities on the Reddit, do the Reddit outreach? How is it possible? Like as a platform, is it like Reddit allows the platforms to do the automation on and
Yeah, so you are talking about the different stuff that we are already doing. So you are talking about creating posts, which is very valuable, and you need to be careful what are you posting, because with one post you are reaching out to many people, like the community posting and so on. We are doing direct reaching out to targets. So we are not doing any posting. We have a comment action, and also we can send DMs to the specific ICP targets. But mainly for posting, we are not covering. So if I were a if I were a salesperson, I would be using Optoreach just to target direct people. For example, we also have an import method that can get all the people that have reacted to specific post. So if mainly if I have mainly if I post something, all the people that have reacted, I can direct message them with Optoreach. But to create a post, you need to do it manually because that's a really valuable thing. And of course, as you said, Reddit is very restrictive with their with the users, how they are posting and what they are posting. So you need to be careful not to use AI a lot. You need to just a little bit, so just like an ideas and maybe like a template, but you need to carefully write yourself the post. And also you need to create the post in relevant subreddits, because if you are spamming, you'll get banned. So yeah, we are very different according to the posting site. We are mainly focused on reaching out to direct people, not specifically creating posts and that kind of thing. So I can say that mainly, even though that Reddit is B2C platform, we are mainly focused on B2B.
okay, so how the people, if I was starting out as a salesperson, how I can find the opportunities using your platform on the Reddit? Suppose if I want to target the people who need AI services, you can say any sort of people, any sort of business, or any sort of person who wants some sort of AI automation services, and I want to target specifically those people who has been discussing this topic on the Reddit. And as a sales guy, how I can find those leads, how I can reach out, and what is the per day limit for the Reddit, which you think that we can automate the stuff using the Optareach, and we can use our Reddit account. And obviously, I don't want to get it banned. I want to, I want my account to just stay in the limits, do the proper outreach using the Reddit through Optareach. What is the exactly per day limit and how we will find the opportunities exactly?
Yeah, sure. So first, you said that that you want to target people that have mentioned AI, mainly maybe big data and so on. So first, we have many import methods that you can get all the leads. I can show you here, for example,
Yeah, sure.
in I can share my screen. Do you see? Can you see my screen? Right?
Yes, Himen, I can share your screen. So this is the Reddit part, right?
Yes, this is the
Okay.
Reddit part where you can yeah.
So how many account like how many outreach accounts you can have Reddit? Can you please like share how many account we can a user can have on Optoreach Reddit?
So
Does
you
it
can
have?
use it on how whatever. Oh, okay. You mean
Yeah,
what
platform.
platforms are we covering, right? Okay.
Exactly. What
So
platform we can share?
we are covering Reddit, LinkedIn, email, X, GitHub, Hacker News, Stack Overflow. Very soon, it's coming also WhatsApp because we have also another platform that we are doing code calling, and which is with AI voice agent. So we want to integrate that platform with Optoreach, but that's mainly in the future. For now, we are doing the lead generation for Reddit, LinkedIn X, and GitHub Hacker News, Stack Overflow, but we are mostly doing the outreach for Reddit, LinkedIn, email, and X. We are not doing any outreach on GitHub, Hacker News, Stack Overflow because there are no ways to do that in those kind of platforms. So for each platform we have a different import method, so you can get for example you can search leads by keyword. uh, just one sec. So you add here your title, you add here your account. You can get all the users that have posted, commented, or posted and commented. You have must contain keywords, must not contain. From subreddits, you have other filters which you can use, and then after that, you will get all the leads. We also have search by URL. We have search post commentators. So you get all the people that have commented on the specific post. So you click here, you add the post here, and you get all the leads. You have profile post commentators, subreddits posters, or import from CSV. So we have many different ways that you can get your target ICP. And after that, you get all the leads in a lead list. So when you
Okay.
create the lead
So,
list, you can create the campaign, which is the
so
most valuable thing on our platform.
So basically, like a Simeon, how like suppose if I have the Reddit post where people has been, it has around like you can say 300 comments and a lot of upvotes, and the people has been discussing about the what would be the best tool for the lead generation for the get the business owner name, and I want all the people who has been discussing on that post as my lead. So what if I paste the URL here in your platform? Did it and get the all the leads of the people who has been commented on that post or the people who has like upvote on that post?
We for now we cover only people that have commented on that post. We don't cover people that have upvoted on that post.
And what would be the meaning of the search by URL then?
So,
You can
for
please tell me.
example, if people have commented on, let's say, some outreach tool, or maybe have commented on AI post, you know that those kind of people that have commented are really familiar with that topic. So you want to target those kind of people in the campaign. That's the whole point.
Okay, okay, that sounds good. Okay, and what would be the like profile post commentators? It would be the only people who has commented on our profile, right?
You can get profile post commentators, which is getting all the posts that have posted that user, and it will get all the commentators that have commented on those posts from that specific profile, and it will get all the leads in a lead list.
Sounds good. Like platform is cool. Like, what do you think? Like the people are the agencies that are like using the Reddit for the particular outreach. Like, what would be the like future of that? Like, if any startup or any sales or GTM people who's been using Reddit for this stuff, like, how what
So
would be the future?
I think yes, I think this is the future because mostly the tools already existed in the market are not doing this kind of stuff because they are really focused only on maybe LinkedIn or email, and that's it. But they are not seeing the value of Reddit, they are not seeing the value of X, and they are not even seeing the value of multi-channel lead generation and outreach. So if you combine everything, that's another level. I think that's the whole future. So the whole future is getting the same user on LinkedIn, email, Reddit, and X, and reaching out to him in one sequence specifically to target that person. Because you don't, if you are a big business and you are mainly doing B2B, you don't want to lose any target.
Sure. Okay, so Simeon, how what is the like exact limit you have been offering on the Reddit per day? Like, if I have the Reddit account and it is like quite good old account, and how much messages I should send per day from your platform, and if I would have a new account, brand new account, then what would be the limit you would suggest?
So I can mainly we are really focused on um, let's say we have sending limits which are according to the platform, and you can the whole point is that we are giving the maximum sending limits, but you can lower that specific sending limit. Uh, so I can just show you on my platform how we are already doing. So if you go, for example, on Reddit accounts, you can add your account with Chrome extension or browser VNC. But if you want to see the sending limits, are here. So you have comments per day or messages per day. The maximum is 25, for comments is 10. That's the whole point.
25, 25 per day, it means 25 multiplied by 250, 250, 750 messages per month. Any sales or any person, any marketer can send, you can say 750 messages on the Reddit, and it will be in the safe side, right?
Uh, yes, it will send 750 messages per month
Like
with one
25,
account. That
if yeah, if we are sending the
25.
25 messages per day, it would be like 250 for 10 days, right? Total, it would be around 750. If I would be sending 750 messages per month, it would be in the safe limit of the Reddit. Okay,
Yes, yes.
what do you think that if you
But
can advise any sort of exactly what would be the niche of the people who would be targeting the like people on the Reddit? Like if marketing agencies, AI agencies, the people who was in the D2C businesses, retail businesses, exactly who are you think like the people should start targeting the Reddit for the B2B customer? Like I don't think so like
so
any sort of skincare brand or anything.
so on Reddit, people are more technical. People are on Reddit. There is a specific group. So for example, the whole Reddit is very valuable. So as a platform, even statistically taken as a fact, ChatGTP, OpenAI, Claude are all getting data from Reddit. So if you ask something on ChatGTP, it will get the data, the answer mostly from Reddit.
Uh,
So Reddit is
so,
very.
Simon, you can. So when we will be discussing, like you have your screen is just here. Yeah, yeah, that's one. So when we will be discussing any sort of like topic other than where we are not discussing the platform, or we can end the screen and start having the conversation. Okay, you can continue from now. The part will be cut automatically.
Sure. So the whole point is that Reddit is, I think, the most valuable platform on the web, because all the big platform like GPTs, like ChatGPT, Claude, and so on, they're all getting data from Reddit. So if you ask some question on ChatGPT, the answer mostly it will
Come from
get
Reddit.
from Reddit. So posting on
Exactly.
Reddit is very beneficial because it's not only for SEO, it's also for GPT answers. So, for example, we already have big clients getting to us and we asked them, how did you find us? They have said, we have found you from ChatGPT. We asked, what is the best multi-channel platform, and it gave us your name. So no, but we are mostly in one of the few platforms that is doing multi-channel, but we are aiming for it to be the best. So I cannot say that we are in fact the best, but we are aiming to be the best. I can say that we are best with the features and the services that we offer, but as a big brand, we are rising. We are still not making the revenue as the big tools are making.
Sure. So, like, Simeon, like I have some sort of other questions regarding the Reddit. Like, do you only think that only the people who has been working in the B2B should go outreach for the Reddit, or the people who also have a D2C brand? Like, suppose anyone who have a Ozempic, you can say the medicine which people use for uh, the weight loss or something. There's viral medicine, right? The people who has been selling like any sort of like medicine or weight loss, medicine to the consumers. You know that the people who has been coming to the Reddit to discuss this sort of thing, that what would be the best medicine for this, that, blah blah. So do you also think that D2C brands and the growth managers or the salespeople in these companies can also utilize Optareach or Reddit platform to reach out to the people who has been discussing this kind of things in the communities and the subreddits and commenting on the post? They can also I think they can also utilize this,
Yes, of
not
course,
only.
because yes, first I want to mention that we are not only covering Reddit, we are covering LinkedIn, we are covering X, we are covering email. So if you are mostly going to B2B businesses, you will go to LinkedIn, email, and maybe X. But for Reddit, you either target very specific niches of discussion. So you want to target people that are discussing about partnership, looking for partnerships for weight loss programs or brands, or maybe influencers just to promote your weight loss brand or something else. So, or you want to target a big mass of users discussing. But personally, I will go for very directed, targeted people to target on Reddit, because Reddit is very valuable. If you contact some person, you have very big chances of them replying on Reddit. But you need to be careful with
Exactly,
your accounts.
if you're contacting them for the exact reason, like exact problem they have been discussing on the Reddit. Like suppose I am discussing on a on a problem which I'm facing on the daily basis. I would go to the Reddit. Like suppose I am facing the issues regarding my leads. Like I wasn't able to get the verified qualified leads or cold leads to do the cold calls, email, and all those stuff. So obviously, I will do the stuff like what would be the best platform for the business owner numbers or any less that sort of thing. Obviously, I will be commenting on that. I will be asking questions, or I will be some sort of engaging with the post. So
Yes,
I had that problem, exact problem which I was facing. So obviously, if someone targeting me for that particular problem, that this tool can solve those issues, that pain point can hit me exactly. And that is the reason I think the Reddit, the B2B business, especially the people who has been discussing exactly pain points on the Reddit, we can just target those people and give them offer according to their pain points rather than just cold, just like spraying and throwing to all the people, all the leads we can scrape. So I think for that reason, Reddit would be quite good. Okay, let's discuss about the like other things about the GitHub. The GitHub is quite like new feature which I just see that it's just your platform have, and I want to understand why you added GitHub, as I don't see any sort of other platform which have implemented this feature. So I think you would have some sort of reason to implement GitHub. So why is that? Why you implement like GitHub in the operation?
first thing that we had a client that previously, like 2 years, 1 year ago, that was
Okay.
doing. His platform was having API. He was selling API, so he was targeting developers. So I think the best developers are on GitHub. So most of the developers are on GitHub. So we
Exactly.
need to get GitHub on board. So even though many platforms are launching APIs, also with the vibe coding, all the people are if they are vibe coding, they are updating, they are launching their product on GitHub, deploying their
GitHub.
product on GitHub
And
just to
any sort
have
of
their
SaaS,
code
any
and
sort of,
everything.
hmm. Suppose you
Yes,
are the founder of a SaaS tool. You also deployed the platform, the GitHub as well. Like people who need to
yes,
target any sort of SaaS founder or any sort of people. So how would you analyze the email? Like how I can contact that person? The message will
yes. You
directly.
can on GitHub. On GitHub, we are getting all the info that are that they have attached publicly. So their email, their X account, LinkedIn account. So if you get all the things from GitHub, you can do outreach with the other platforms that we have. For example, you can import the lead list from GitHub to LinkedIn or to email and do the outreach on those kind of platforms. In our platform, everything you can do on our platform.
So like on the Opto Reach, if I can connect my GitHub, I can get the information of all the people who I want to have, like suppose developers of a particular industry. But I
Yes,
can't reach directly, like I can message them on the GitHub, right?
you cannot, but you can import the lead list, for example, with emails and just attach it on the email lead list page, and then do the outreach with that email GitHub lead list.
Like like it's quite it's quite good. Like I think this feature will be on the top. If any sales guy is hearing us who is targeting the SaaS founders or any sort of developers, they can contact Simeon to get the Opta reach. Obviously, it would be like how like before Opta reach, how people has been scraping the data of the GitHub profiles from the API or any other like what sort of other method people has been using before, or how
So,
your method will
uh,
provide you.
So our method is very easy because first, so you attach your GitHub account and then
Hmm.
you just set the specific filters to scrape all the to get all the GitHub leads. We also
Hmm.
have filters that are very innovative and unique. So other API or other platforms that don't have. So you get all the GitHub, and then it's very easy to integrate that to the email lead list, so you can do email outreach. But if you are using, for example, Apify, you will need to use another outreach tool like Lemlist or instantly for email outreach, just to do the combining of lead generation and also the outreach. On our case,
Exactly.
you can do everything on our platform, and it's very easy, and we have better unique filters.
Obviously, it will save time for the like sales guys. Okay, I can understand like any sort of like people who has been targeting the SaaS founders, who has been targeting the vibe coders, who has been targeting the developers. They can use the Optereach to get the profile details from the GitHub and just automate the stuff using the Optereach. I can understand, but how many the what is the limit of the profiles we can scrape or we can suppose I want to get around 1,000 the data of the 1,000 SaaS founders who just posted on the link GitHub their platform. How what is the limit on the Optereach right now? How or like how much I can scrape in a single day or what is the limit?
So the limit of GitHub accounts, we don't have any limit of getting the users from GitHub, but we have
Hmm.
credits. So for example, if you want to get people, you want to get only people. For example, I will share my screen just to
Sure, sure, you
be
can share.
more.
You can
So
tell
you
me
add
how.
your account like this,
Okay.
GitHub account. You can add
Mm-hmm.
it with Chrome extension or credential loggings, and after that you get the leads. You can GitHub search bar or git search by keyword. For example, search by keyword, you add the title, you add the account, and then maybe I want to select all the people that have repositories about that specific topic, or not to contain, or and also I can select countries. This is very unique. And also we have sort by date or best match or stars or forks or with more than following. And also this is the best thing. So you can also select if you want to get all the available signals, which is you'll get all the GitHub users. But if you want to get only GitHub users that have attached publicly LinkedIn or attached email, you can select like this. And for this you need to also use credits that we have, and after that you get only leads on GitHub that have email, so you can easily import the leads, the same lead list, to the email lead list page, and you can do email outreach to all those people in our platform.
Okay. So, okay, we can get the emails of the all the GitHub profiles. That would be quite good. What is the other lead signals we can follow? You can see, I can see here the lead output and Facebook only. What is this? LinkedIn only. If anyone have these sort of channels on their GitHub pasted, you can scrape that, right?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Okay. And after that, like all of the emails come, then we can import all the emails to the other channel of the operation. I can understand. Okay, I think this is quite good. Any sales people, JTM people who want to target the SaaS founders or any sort of investors who want to see like what sort of GitHub, like projects who has been viral on the GitHub, they can directly get their emails. So
Yes, so
don't you think?
you can
I
use
have
like
a
this.
question regarding that. Don't you think that this feature is also available on the Apollo as well? Like, how would you differentiate?
So Apollo is mostly lead generation too. They don't do any outreach. They are doing only email outreach, but not LinkedIn, not X, not Reddit. The whole point with Apollo is that they have a real problem with expired LinkedIn profiles, expired
Right.
emails. So
Exactly.
we are getting live data.
Hmm.
We are not storing the data and then
That's the thing.
then
Yeah, exactly.
giving as a service. We are the platform is using your own accounts and getting fresh live data, which is the most important
Exactly.
thing.
Hmm. Hmm. The most important question about the banning of, is it like safe?
Yes. So we have for GitHub, it's mostly safe because they why don't should be restrictive in any way. But for the other platforms, we have sending limits, and with that sending limits, you are not doing any violation.
Okay. So the main point is that the all the like multi-channel outreach conversation we can have is that you can do the 400 messages per day on the X, like in the limit. You can do the 25 per day on the Reddit. You can do the 25 connection node on the LinkedIn as well. You can do the 20. Do you have like Facebook integration? Okay, okay. So for the email side, we know that the 20 is the limit for the email side. That per mailbox we can send 20 emails. So we have all of these platforms. So any sort of other thing which you consider that you like, you have GitHub on your platform, you have LinkedIn on your platform, you have Reddit on your platform, but don't you think that you can also like consider some sort of other freelance platforms where people has been discussing, or they limit the scraping for the users, or the companies? Upwork, Fiverr.
Uh, no, can you repeat the question because I didn't understand it well?
So we can scrape the data from of the any user from the GitHub. We can get the data from the LinkedIn. Is it possible in platform, like is it scrape the data from the Upwork, Fiverr, or any sort of big freelance platform?
Um, I think we haven't tried it because our platform is mostly focused on those kind of platforms, but social platforms. But yeah, we are really focused on our social platforms.
And Simeon, like if I can ask you, right now what freelancer agencies has been doing, they have, especially the people in the my country, India and Pakistan, they have bought some sort of like one Upwork profile, one Fiverr profile. their whole business model is that they will operate using that one single profile. They don't have any sales system, they don't have any pipeline, they don't have any VSLs, no LinkedIn profile, no email campaign, no cold calling, nothing. Their complete business model is completely depending on one a work profile or two three a work profile and some sort of wire fiber profiles, and they're just bidding on the. So what do you prefer that in the future? Like, is this model? I know that this model is completed. The people still depending on this model. Though, if you can like some sort of advice for those people, like how would they start investing in multi-channel outreach, sales, and what should they exactly do? The people who are just depending on one platform for their business.
Yeah, so people that are depending on one platform for their business, I think they need to start multi-channel outreach and also lead generation. Our platform is covers everything for them, so they just need to get on board, add their accounts on social media, and first do the ICP coverage. What there is their specific ICP. We as an also as a platform, we are helping our clients with their ICP if they discuss with us in the meeting what they want to target, or what is their brand, and then with their accounts they just need to start the outreach, and I think they will get all the results they need if they are doing on the right way and with our platform.
Sure. Okay, so Simeon, one thing people ask me that like I and when we told them that okay, you need to like the spray and praying method is quite dead in the 2026. In 2026 you need to have the multi-channel approach, but all of them has been like they have like one concern, like if everyone on the planet is using the multi-channel approach to have the AI sequences, have the like uh, people has been like sending the personalized emails, personalized connection notes, personalized everything. Everything is start doing that using AI, automate the stuff. How we will differentiate? Some people say that might be cold calls, might be human cold calls, might be like there are a lot of methods people has been using. You know that stuff. Some people has been saying that the personal branding would be quite better in this range, that you can get the inbound leads, paid ads, any sort of like the thing which will be the future. We would consider the future of the B2B sales. But right now, don't you think that if everyone start doing the like multi-channel outreach, how would we people differentiate between each other?
uh, so I think that most people are not doing multi-channel, so this is a great opportunity for people to come on board, to be one of the first. But we are an innovative company, so we are now doing the multi-channel this way. In the future, as I told you, we are now looking for ways to add AI voice agent, so you can do also voices
Oh,
and also
voice.
calls
Okay.
with the same platform. So
Mm.
we are doing many innovative things. The whole point of the users is to come on board with our stuff that we are now doing, because the time flies, and you need to be doing the very innovative things in the sales if you want to get all the clients. If not,
Mhm.
you will be left over. So we as a platform we are going on the innovative stuff, but as the users, they just need to follow.
Okay. Okay. So you are saying that right now there's not that much people, that much agencies who has completely doing a multi-channel outreach, and they need to follow
Yeah,
with this one.
yeah,
Okay.
they're mostly doing LinkedIn and email. They are not doing also on X, on Reddit, and so on. They are mostly doing on LinkedIn and email.
Okay. Seaman, do your platform also enrich the leads for the people?
Yes, so we have an enrichment feature. I can just show you.
Because the data is a quite big problem from the long time for the people, every people. They get the numbers of the receptionists, they get the numbers of the, they don't have the access to the personalized number. And I know that the data is very expensive. There's quite a like there are a lot of vendors in the market who has been providing the data, but
So
uh,
here you can yeah, so here you can see a LinkedIn leads page with all the contacts. So if you want, we have many columns, as you can see here. But if you want to do any enrichment, you can click here and you can create a column specifically for that for those kind of lead list according to their already parameters. So you can create a column like first name, like last name. You can create a column like skill, and so on. Or you can uh, or you can filter leads or rows. So for example, if I don't want to get people from that specific company, I can just say remove all the leads, all the people that work in that specific company, and it will remove all the people from this lead list. So this is like very useful for the people not to waste any time just you know getting the lead list ready and so on, to do everything really fast.
Okay, okay, sounds good. Did also find the mobile phone, mobile number?
Yes, you can do find mobile on LinkedIn, but if you are first connection with that target.
Okay, if I was only the first connection with that person. And
So you can,
what?
and it's updated on live. For example, if you are running a campaign and someone has accepted your connection, on the lead
Hmm.
list it will appear as accepted and you can get their phone numbers also.
Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, I think everything is done right. So Seaman, like, what would you think? Like, you can say that AI calls has been coming out, multi-channel outreach. So as a person who has been like just quitting on the GTM, who has working as a GTM in the companies like enterprise companies, uh, they can follow this step. They can like generate the list. What sort of exactly signals we they think that they would follow? Like what do you stress that rather they should go for the signal based targeting, or they just like going for the spray and praying and just generate the list of the people they just sending on the like you know random DMs.
No, they need to target really careful. So we have many import methods also on LinkedIn, on Reddit, on X, GitHub, Stack Overflow, Hacker News. So they need to be very careful finding the correct leads, because if you find the correct leads, you'll get better replies and you get more replies and accepted connections. So you need to be very careful who are you targeting to be relevant according to your message template.
Okay, and Seaman, do you have any intent filter intent option where people can find the leads who has intent to buy, or any sort of like filter we can see on the Apollo and other lead generation tools?
Yes, so for example, on LinkedIn, we have, for example, here, if you go to leads, we have many import methods, so like search by interaction, search people, search by URL, search leads from profile. So this is really interesting also, like search similar, just give me time.
Yes, navigator, similar leads from profile. What is this? Similar leads from the profile. What do you do?
Yes,
Use like
so you add your profile here, you add the profile here, for example, a specific target, and it will find similar leads according to
similar
that
profile.
profile.
Okay, so if I can add this Sam Altman profile, it will find the similar
Yes,
CEOs up. Yeah, okay, okay.
yes.
Quite good. And how much can we do the demo here? Like if you paste my profile here or your profile, we can see how many profiles it can find.
Sure. Just give me a.
So, do you also charge for the scraping, or you just charge for the platform?
For the senders.
Yeah, yeah, for the senders. Like if I want to scrape the profiles, you wouldn't be charging me anything, right? Like,
Yes.
okay, okay, that's quite good. So people can save the money on the like finding the leads from the Apollo and other platforms as well, because people get the
Yes.
profiles, these from these platforms. Okay, so it can find like 1,500 how many leads it can get from that
Yeah,
particular
but it
thing.
takes time. It takes time just to get the leads because
I,
it's doing the searching for your
yeah,
profile, analyzing, and then searching all the leads.
I can get that. I can get that. Um, yeah, I think the Siemens the features are good, quite good, and we can because as a sales guy, I have worked in the sales from the past 8 years, and I can understand like the people has been doing all of this stuff manually before, and they are just depending on this single platform. If agencies has been doing, they are depending on some sort of freelance platforms. We have the sales channels, whether they've been just doing an email campaign, cold calls. Cold call is quite good, by the way, but still, if you we wouldn't be like on the any sort of DM to any sort of a prospect, I wouldn't think that only cold calling or only email campaign would work in the like 2026. So yes, we can consider that, and I will
Just can I
eliminate.
share you the results?
Yeah, sure, sure. You can share your screen.
This is
Okay,
similar to
so
you.
okay, it had fine GTM FD. Okay, okay, GTM engineer founding and the people who has been working in the GTM, it has find that from that location, and yeah,
No,
it's
we
quite
have
good.
selected not to be the same location, but we you can check it and it will get only from India. So
Uh,
Daniel, everything is working. We just need to get users on board just to use this as a valuable tool, and that's it. You know.
yeah, like the feature is quite good. I know after this podcast, it I feel the features will get posted. The people will because it is a problem. Honestly, it is a problem. I as a GTM engineer, I can say you that this is the biggest problem of the GTM people. People working in the sales, was particularly B2B. If you can also like eliminate the stuff of the manually sending and manually doing them or everything, they can like they will also be like joining the platform. So yeah, we can offer them some sort of like uh, thing which they will obviously if any sort of person has been getting around $5,000 deal, $10,000 deal, they wouldn't be having any sort of issue using this sort of platform. They also been like using Lemlist, Hayreach, any other platforms which are just depending on the single platform. The good thing about the Opta Reach is that the multi-channel outreach, GitHub, Reddit, LinkedIn, X as well.
And also the
Uh,
pricing. We are in 59 pricing. They are 99 or 79.
yeah, exactly. That is something which people will admire, especially the people who's been working in the GTM. So I think the GTM and the founder who has been just started as a B2B startup, they would be quite interested in considering this as an alternative to the other platforms for the to eliminate the stuff of the outreach and the sales. Uh, okay, Simeon, I think thank you for for this podcast, and it's really good to
Thank you
have
also.
you on the board, and looking forward to see your success for the Optoreach, and I really wish you well for the Optoreach. I think the product is quite good. It's amazing, and I think like if people will get on, the people know about this platform, they will be joining this platform, and I will be figuring out the refer these platforms to the people in my network because I really like it, and for the future of the sales AI and how AI is impacting this, I think this would be the best uh, in terms of the like people, the sales reps and the GTM people has been like considering the multi-channel and building the stuff. We can consider this tool. Okay, okay, Simon, I can stop that.